Hi, this is Chef Nti and I'm shooting a behind the scenes for Essentials magazine. Oh, easy. My love for food definitely comes from home, from my mom and my gran. I grew up in a home where love was expressed through food. So if you think about all those beautiful, warm family moments, food was there. Me coming back from school with my sister when we were kids, on a winter day, would get home to a house that smells with beautiful scones and fresh soup. So definitely home. I learned to express my love through food from my mom and my gran. My favorite meal to cook is anything that cooks under half an hour. So I'm a busy lady. I work and I've always worked and I've always loved to cook. And I found that when I focus on quick wins, I make the most amazing meals because then I can have enough time to spend with the ones I'm cooking for. So if you look at my recipes, you'll find them on my blog. I have everything and anything that cooks between 15 to half an hour because cooking should be fun. Never. And that's why I feel like, I do pastry, but it's not one of the things that I'm very excited about because for me, I learned cooking from home. And when I cook with my gran and my mom, it's all gut feel. You know, even when I cook on live TV, I'll tell you a cup, but I'm going, you sort of get a sense of it. So I like to connect with my food from here. I'm not that diligent when it comes to measurements. It differs. For me, food is seasonal. It depends on how I feel. Right now, my thing is papaya and lime. Like, I would have it every single day. I discovered that when I was in Miami. I love it because it's good for digestion. You can eat and eat and eat. Just a combination of the flavors, the sweetness from the papaya and that lovely sweet notes from, because lime it's fresh. It's best with a lot of freshness, but unlike lemon, it's not too zesty. But just that combination, that is my indulgence. And chocolate. I always have chocolate in my drawer at home in bed just before I sleep. It's dark chocolate, so I feel like I'm not doing as bad. Two dogs, two adorable dogs, Bahati and Rocky. And if you have dogs, you know they demand their walks. So I'm literally walking every day. They wake me up and make sure we walk. And where I live, I have the park as my backyard. And in the afternoon, if I'm back from work early, I'm back at the park. But I love that because I've learned with food that you need to be responsible. I don't diet. I eat anything that I feel like, but I have a responsibility towards myself and my body, so I earn it. So I try and keep active, and that's why as a chef I can look the way that I do and eat anything. Biggest kitchen mishap, definitely gnocchi. I cook live on ETV. And what I do is the day before I cook, I'll test my recipe. But this time I just traveled, I'd gone to the US, I spent about a month at a French Mediterranean restaurant. I did an understudy there and I was so inspired. I came back with recipes. Oh my gosh, they make this delicious gnocchi. And I thought, I'm gonna be amazing. I'm gonna show off and make this live on TV because I'd already made it in the kitchen. But the difference is I tried it with sweet potato. Now, sweet potato has high water content to real potatoes, so all of it happened on air. And obviously as a chef, you get creative and you come up with the way of, making it look good. It was a gnocchi, you could see a gnocchi, but it was the most, dense, heavy, and yeah, so that was my mishap live on TV. I got to go to Nigeria. In June, I was invited as a judge with other judges across the continent to judge African Young Chefs competition. That was amazing because it gave me an opportunity to explore Africa in one sitting. It was the whole week. We had to test dishes from Burundi, from Congo, from Nigeria, you name it, even South Africa. So that was fun for me because you realize that when you talk about food, food is so cultural. And when you want to get to know a person, when you get to understand their food narrative, it takes you close to things that matter to them. So for me, that was such a highlight. I got to see people and their cultures and relate to them with what matters. And then Miami, I spent a month in Miami. At a French Mediterranean restaurant there, learning technique, just growing, because I like the idea of continue to grow and empowering myself as a chef. So that helped me just to see how this is a place that originates in Nice, and they have restaurants in Dubai, they're in Miami, I mentioned, they are in London, they are in Abu Dhabi. This is an international brand. So just getting in the kitchen and learning from people that operate with such excellence. If we talk A-listers in Hollywood, those are their regular clients. And just understanding what makes the entire system work. And what I took from there has been amazing because I'm, translating it into my world as a professional chef and within a South African context, I'm already seeing the results. So those two, Nigeria and Miami, that was May and June, so yes. Oh man, that's tough. Look, even before I was a chef, I love the idea of fine dining and wine pairing. So for me, food is everything. Food, music, wine, life complete. So maybe I'll just limp my way to that finest restaurant and have that amazing meal with that fine glass of wine.